Hi, I'm Fred with Basically Bass Guitars. We are the importer and retailer of Atelier Z basses here in the United States. And tonight I'd like to introduce you to the M series of instruments that are manufactured by Atelier Z. The M245 is Atelier Z's take on the iconic jazz bass. It's a bolt-on design. We use a two-piece ash body, a maple neck with a maple fretboard that is bound, and it also has a really nice white pearl block inlay. They use very nice quality hardware like Godot GB30 tuning machines. Atelier Z has its own high mass bridge. We use Bartolini preamps. In this case, this bass has an XT-CT preamp and Atelier Z's proprietary jazz bass pickups. This is where the series starts as far as features. With the exception of the reverse headstock, which is an option, this bass is kind of like the stock iteration of the M245. It retails for approximately $2,500. Now, if you want to add an opaque, a transparent, or a burst finish, there's an additional upcharge for that. Same goes if you want to change the fretboard to, say, Paw Ferro or Rosewood, or change the inlay or the hardware color. Okay, all those are options that are available to you. We also use different pickups if you like. We have offerings from EMG, Delano, Seymour Duncan, and Aguilar as well. So when you see different basses at different price points, for instance on our website, the prices are based on the options that we have added to the instruments. If you don't see something on our website that suits your fancy, we'd be happy to custom order something for you. It takes about 5 months to build a bass, but it would be built to your specifications just the way you want it. Here's a couple more examples of the M series. This is an M245A. This is one of 3 instruments that are available right now that are limited edition. They're limited because they feature Aguilar's OPB3 preamp and their super double pickups. They also have black hardware, black binding, as well as black inlay. And in this case, it's sonic gray. We also offer a natural matte finish as well as a gloss black. These basses are very comfortable to play. This particular model has a satin finish neck as opposed to a gloss finish neck, so it's a little bit faster to the palm of your hand. When we talk about custom work, here's a prime example of a custom M245 Custom Plus. This bass features a reverse headstock as well. However, it's just not for the good looks. This bass is tuned BEAD, and in the case of this instrument, the reverse headstock allows for a longer string pull on the B string, gives it a tighter, more focused feel, much like if it were on a longer scale instrument than it really is. All the M series are 34-inch scales. However, this B string, it feels like a 35 just by virtue of the extended the reverse headstock. This bass also features the JHJ pickup combination, which we find rather unique to Atelier Z. It has 2 jazz bass pickups in the traditional position, and yet sandwiched between them in the sweet spot is a humbucker. It's 2 discrete systems. The jazz bass has its own volume knob. There's a stacked pair right here for the front and the back pickup. Then the humbucker has its own volume knob. There's a switch to toggle between those 2 circuits, and then they share the Bartolini XT-CT preamp that is in this as well. Another version of an M series that we have is this particular fretless M265. This is one of the favorites around here. Just by virtue of its classic looks. This has a transparent finish over a burned ash body. And so what they do is they take a torch and they bring out the grain with the heat of the torch, the flame, and then they shoot a transparent finish over it. It can either be clear or color. In this case, it's a trans purple. This bass has a maple fretboard, and yet we've shot it with gloss black to give it a very cool, stealthy look. The bass also has black hardware as well. And this also has a gloss maple neck. And last but not least in our little exploration of the M series is this M265 Custom Plus. Again, it features the JHJ pickup combination. It's a nice transparent red over the two-piece ash body. And let's just kind of have a listen. This is the jazz bass mode. It's focused. You can hear that. Nothing's flopping around. It's got a great tone. It's got a great feel. Certainly plenty of articulation. You can kind of hear every note. And now we'll flip down into the humbucker mode. So again, it's got a whole different tonality, but that's the beauty of this particular instrument, is you have two tonalities in one bass, the iconic J and the iconic humbucker. So a lot of versatility in this instrument. If you're a gigging musician, you know, it's one or two basses to the gig instead of maybe three or four basses to the gig, just by virtue of having something that's so versatile as this. So thanks for taking the time to listen to our little expose on the M series instruments by Atelier Z. Please visit us at BassicallyBassGuitars.com or our reverb store, Basically Bass Guitars. We offer financing. We have a very nice selection of not only the M series, but the Beta series, as well as the Production Beta Deluxe series, which gives you a somewhat less of a expensive price point. So give us a look. Give us a try, and thank you again. See ya.